Alright, this is Roboprinny here, and we are back here with Altier's Sophie. We're gonna just continue the adventure. Alright, let's go. Fritz, I want to continue a conversation from yesterday. It's about your daughter. What about her? What do you mean, what about her? Your daughter might be really worried or scared right now. Scared? Ha! That's unthinkable. She's like an embodiment of curiosity. It doesn't matter what trouble she's in. She'll be not be having fun, not be scared. I taught my daughter to use swords, and no monster would cut her unprepared. She sounds pretty amazing. She's my daughter after all. She'll be fine without me. If I have time to go search for her, I better be off working on my dolls. Fritz, there's something I was curious about. Which do you like more, your daughter or dolls? My daughter or dolls? You want me to only choose one? Why is he having such a hard time? I can't choose. It's fine, never mind, I'll be going now. Sophie, could you lend me a high-power bomb? I need to turn this person here into ashes. Okay, go ahead, Plakta. I didn't think Fritz was that kind of person. Whoa, this is a misunderstanding. I didn't mean it like that. I'm here for maintenance on Plakta's body. Maintenance? Yeah, it doesn't matter if we use special alchemy material to emphasize durability. Long use will cause wear. You may have transferred her body inside your soul inside, but it is... That's true. To be honest, my right arm has been aching. Wait, really, Plakta? I'm sorry, I didn't want to make you worry. Now you realize how important maintenance is, and I don't mind. Anyways, Plakta. That should do it. How do you feel, Plakta? The discomfort has disappeared completely. The joints between the parts was slightly dislocated. I readjusted it. Just tell me if you're having any problems with other parts. I'll fix you. No problem. I'll be leaving. Taking my leave now. We did it. We did something bad to Fritz. Yes, we did. He came here with good intentions, but we were rude to him. But I didn't even realize that Plakta's body wasn't working right. I should pay attention to Plakta more often now. Or casually, you know. I don't know what it said. It's going too fast. Hey, there's a gas. What should I do? I'm gonna open it up. And it's Mary Kay.
Look! This is... Sophie, you've finally done it. Very well. Can you lend me the key of truth for a moment? Oh, sure. Huh? What did you just do? I released the seal on the gates of wisdom. We can go there at any time now. Really? Then that means we can finally... Yes, the path to the cauldron of knowledge has just opened. We did it! Now I'll be able to use even more amazing alchemy! Congratulations. You worked hard to come this far. Yeah. Anyway... Yes, we... What's wrong, Plakta? Did you just remember something? Sophie, I may have just committed a terrible mistake. Huh? What do you mean? I have a bad feeling. We should hurry to the gates of wisdom as quickly as possible. Where can we go next? so much. Can you explain it to me?
Right. I need to tell you about this. You aren't the only one seeking the Cauldron of Knowledge. There have been some patiently waiting all this time for a chance to obtain the Cauldron.
Wait, really?
Yes. It's a device with such enormous power. It would only be natural for there to be many people seeking it.
Well, now that you mention it, that makes sense.
However, among them, there are two who especially mustn't be allowed to obtain it. Meklet and Automata. They must not have the Cauldron.
Wait, those two? It's true that they mentioned the Cauldron of Knowledge before, but why not?
Those two likely seek to use the Cauldron to return to their previous form, the form of an alchemist, from my time.
What do you mean?
500 years ago, I fought a certain alchemist. His name at the time was Luard, the true form of Meklet and Automata. During the battle 500 years ago, I fought Luard and emerged victorious. Then I split and sealed his soul away in two bodies, artificial life forms called Meklet and Automata.
You talked about artificial life forms before. They're the ones that are human, yet not human, right?
Yes, they possess eternal life, as objects resembling humans. That's their true identity.
So why do they want the Cauldron of Knowledge?
Their bodies, created through alchemy, cannot use alchemy themselves. That's why it's impossible for them to use alchemy to return to their former self. However, tell me, what would happen if they had the Cauldron of Knowledge?
If the Cauldron of Knowledge lets anyone use alchemy, even they would be able to use it?
Exactly. Using the Cauldron, they could return to their true form. That is their desire. Normally, since they cannot create the Key of Truth, coming here would be impossible for them.
Oh, I see. This is because I made the Key of Truth.
No, this isn't your fault. If only I had remembered this sooner.
Plakta?
If those two obtain the Cauldron of Knowledge, it would become a grave situation. We need to hurry.
Hey, you're late.
Really late. We were waiting for so long.
Meklet! Automata!
Damn it! We didn't make it in time.
From that tone, it sounds like you finally remembered who we are.
And you had completely forgotten about us until now.
You expected this, so you put your soul in that book. But you forgot all the important details. How laughable. Although, it was a little beyond our predictions that you would forget about the Key of Truth, too.
I guess that's another thing to add to the list that we need to thank Sophie for. Not only did you bring back Plakta's memories, but you made the key for us too.
Yeah, it's all thanks to you, Sophie, that we were able to reach the Cauldron of Knowledge.
Sophie, you're a really nice person. Unlike a certain someone there.
Yeah, seriously, she went so far as to turn us into these things.
We couldn't use alchemy, and we couldn't go back to normal. We couldn't even age and die. Living in these bodies for the last 500 years was torture.
But our pain finally ends today. That's because our wish will finally be fulfilled.
It has been quite some time since I met you in this form, Plakta.
Luard!
Your form has changed quite a bit since then. Now that I am my former self, It seems our positions have been reversed.
That doesn't matter. If it's been reversed, I just have to turn you back.
Your demeanor certainly hasn't changed. However, I could care less. I simply wish to pursue alchemy as I see fit. I know our reunion was short, but farewell.
Stop, Luard!
Octa!
Let's return to the atelier, Sophie. I'll tell you everything there.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you about the past, about myself, and Luard. Luard was an exceedingly skilled alchemist. He was also a fellow researcher of alchemy alongside me. He wasn't originally the way you just saw him. However, at one point, he began walking the wrong path. Luard was taken in by the power of alchemy. His research became more and more self-righteous and selfish. I tried to convince him to stop, but he wouldn't listen to me. In fact, he began to immerse himself in his alchemy research even further. If allowed to continue, his research could have affected the entire world. That's why I fought to stop him. I killed him with my own hands and split his soul into 2 artificial life forms. However, there was one thing that concerned me. The Cauldron of Knowledge. Artificial life forms can't use alchemy, but the Cauldron is an exception. As long as the Cauldron existed, there was a possibility of Luard returning to his former self. That's why I sealed my own soul in that book. I could change hands between alchemists, gaining new knowledge to prepare for the future. However, over the long years, my memories were lost. And you know the rest of the story, Sophie.
Something like that happened?
Yes, allowing Luard to resurrect himself was my failure. If Luard is allowed to go free, he will likely resume his alchemy research, and if he continues, something terrible could happen once again. That must be prevented at all costs. In order to do that, we need to figure out where Luard...
Where would he have gone?
I have no idea. Actually, I suppose it would be more correct to say that I can't remember. It's likely that I already know where he would have gone, but I can't remember where.
I see. Oh, maybe if we keep bringing back your memories like before, you'll remember where he would go?
Yes, that seems very possible. However, we don't have much time to go about it leisurely. I'll do what I can to investigate where Luard went. You continue improving your alchemy skills, Sophie. That will likely be the quickest way of finding where he went.
Okay, I understand.
Sophie, perfect timing. Sir Julio, I received a letter from Noraris. It appears that he has reached the next town. He went to a church. He said that they are taking good care of him. He also sent a package with a letter. Wanted you to have it. It was addressed to you. Will you take it? Forgotten ore has been received. I'd like to thank you again, Sophie. If it wasn't for you, ours wouldn't have been cured. You made medicine, and if it wasn't for your words, I would have lost heart, never seen it through. You also helped me realize something important. I always talk about how a knight must protect everyone, but there's a limit to what I can accomplish alone. Because of that, I never wanted to stay in a place for long. I became a knight of the church rather than a country. My feelings never change as a result, but your words helped me realize something. My words? You told me something before we delivered the medicine to Noraris. You said that other people would be sad if I killed Noraris. Protecting people in front of my eyes indirectly led to bringing happiness to others unseen. There's no need to do something grand for the sake of all. Protecting the people I see more is more than enough. I see. I think you're right. So thank you, Sophie. I look forward to your continued endeavors. Yeah, me too. Helping the people you see now, huh? Alchemy might be just the same way. I'll work even harder now. I have... Julio has learned the Paladin's soul. Hey, did you hear? Some dangerous monsters appeared near town lately. Luckily, no one's been hurt yet, but we need to start planning for the worst. Yeah, seriously, what's going on lately? Dangerous monsters near the town? Hey, so Sophie, did you get any information about the Eternal Blossom? I see. Perhaps you could find it in the fairy forest? I remember that there's a place called the Forest of Fairies. It was inhabited by monsters so most recently. That could mean that the Eternal Blossom's there. I can't just wait around, Sophie. Let's go to the Forest of Fairies. It's fine, I'll do something about it. I'm sure the Eternal Blossom could be used as an alchemy. Let's get going.
Yes.
There are monsters near town and the crops aren't growing well. Things seem really weird lately.
I fear that the changes are likely caused by Luard.
Huh? What do you mean?
Luard has likely resumed his ablation alchemy research. The changes you see recently are a result of that.
Ablation alchemy? Is that different from regular alchemy?
Yes, as I explained before, the alchemy you and I use listens to the wishes of materials and helps fulfill them. On the other hand, ablation alchemy ignores the wishes of materials, forcing them to morph into another form.
It ignores the wishes of materials to make things. Doesn't that mean you could create anything you wanted? Isn't that actually a good thing? It would be really convenient.
You aren't mistaken that it's convenient. However, that convenience comes at an equivalent price.
A price?
Yes, alchemy that ignores the wishes of materials costs far more than normal alchemy. The cost in this case is the power of nature. Normally, the power of nature that we use slowly recovers. However, ablation alchemy uses that power at a faster rate than it can recover, wasting enormous amounts of it. As a result, it eats away at nature little by little. Eventually, the power of nature would be exhausted. I can't even imagine what would occur if that was to happen. The scar of the land was carved into the earth by the influence of ablation alchemy.
The scar of the land? I didn't know.
Yes. The changes you see recently are likely related to the power of nature slowly being consumed. It seems we really can't allow Luard to continue his ablation alchemy much longer. If used carefully, it would probably be somewhat sustainable. But Luard makes no such effort. We need to figure out where Luard went as quickly as possible and stop him.
Yeah, I'll keep working to improve my alchemy. For your memories, too!
Yes.
What's wrong? You seem like you're in a bad mood.
Oh, really? How so?
You really are in a bad mood.
I'm sorry. It seems to be affecting my attitude.
What's wrong? It's unusual to see you in such a bad mood.
It's about where Luard went. No matter how much I investigated, you're also working very hard at your alchemy.
Hey, Plakta? Why is Luard using ablation alchemy anyway?
Luard's been enthralled by the power of ablation alchemy. In the past, Luard conducted fairly normal alchemy research for a certain goal, but at one point he discovered ablation alchemy. It's likely that Luard can only think about researching ablation alchemy.
I see.
It's true that ablation alchemy holds great power. If the cost problems associated with it could be resolved, it could even be the ideal form of alchemy. However, in reality, the costs are far too great. Luard simply ignores that fact. He completely disregards the future risks. We cannot allow Luard to continue his reckless use of ablation alchemy. I need to stop Luard, no matter what it takes.
I was wondering before, but Plakta seems to look really sad whenever she talks about Luard. I wonder why.
Welcome all. We were concerned about the Eternal Blossom incident the other day. Hey Plakta, you could put it a little bit more gently. Oh, that. Oscar? I was really shocked when I was told that plants lie. All I wanted to know more about plants, and I wanted to get to know them and be friends. And that was just a one-sided desire. What are you talking about? That's normal. What? Monica? People are the same way, you know. Just because people can talk to each other doesn't mean everyone gets along all the time. Some people we fight or lie. That isn't a reason to hate everyone. There's nothing to worry about. You want to make friends with those plants, right? You want to see. Why are you so worried? You already know what you may do. First, you need to talk to them. Then you need to find out why that plant lied to you. You'll understand something when you do. Yeah, you're right. I was feeling depressed for no reason. That's good. That Kill Me look wasn't looking great. On a related note, you want to go and to the Forest of Fairies again? It was around here. I'll go talk to them. Hey, it's been a while. I wanted to ask you about the other day. Why did you lie to us before? If you have a reason for us, can you tell me? Will he be okay alone? I think Oscar's the only one who can talk to them. That reminds me, it sounds like you really did believe that Oscar can talk to plants. Well, to be honest, I was really doubtful at first, but Oscar, it must be true. You really are a nice person. Am I? What did you say? I didn't know. Oh, I got it. Thank you for telling me. How did it go? They told me all kinds of things. Apparently the Guardians of the Forest. They're Guardians of the Forest? The Guardians? Yeah, there's lots of rare and valuable plants living deep inside this forest. Among them, there are some plants that only live here now. To protect them, only those deemed worthy to allowed to go in the deeper parts. In other words, any humans who try to harvest everything here at the entrance aren't worthy and are poisoned. Yeah, they said that it's okay for us to go to the deeper parts of the forest if we only gather in moderations. Alright, let's go. Yeah, also one thing. There's several poisonous plants in this forest too. The poison dust they release is spread quite a bit. If we to walk slowly and softly, otherwise we may be poisoned. Okay, we gotta be careful. I don't think we can go any further. We never saw any plants that seemed like it was the Eternal Bladder. I wonder if it's still here. Look over there. Wait, could that be? There's no mistake about it. That's the Eternal Blossom. No, we shouldn't pick it. I thought you were looking for it. It's true that the Eternal Blossom can be used for good medicine, but I hear its voice. They want to stay in the forest. They want to help the creatures here that rely on them. Oscar, I just want you to look at the Eternal Blossom, nothing else. Sorry, Sophie, I know you came all the way here. No, it's okay, we can't help that. We'll just look like you said. I'll go see. Watch out. Oh no, there's like this red bloody looking monster. The Eternal Blossom. If a big monster like that steps on it, it'll totally be crushed. Get away from the Eternal Blossom.
Shouldn't be too bad.
Wide open!
I can't stop now.
This is a chance! Sleep!
I'll go.
I'll show you my secret sword technique.
Leave it to me. Great work, everyone.
We did it! We won! The Eternal Blossom seems fine, just take a look! Wow, it really is pretty. I'm really moved. So there was this flower like this too. If I had just lived an ordinary life, I would have never known. It can't bloom in bright places after all. Hey Monica, you should come and closer and look. What's wrong? I don't know, I just feel really lightheaded. It sounds like Monica's been poisoned. She may have inhaled too much poison. I'm not certain, but it may have been that monster. Lots of dust got kicked up in the air. I'm sure it was a lot of poison dust too. Seems the effect of the poison is delayed, so we can't tell. I don't see any particular issues, so what should we do? The Eternal Blossom. Huh? The Eternal Blossom is saying to leave it up to them. They want to help her. The Eternal Blossom could be used as a medicine to cure her, but we can't systemize it without a cauldron. That's fine, I'll brew it myself. I can't use alchemy, but I know how to prepare medical herbs. Understand? We should move Monica. Yeah. Monica, are you feeling alright? Hey, put me down, Oscar. Just be quiet, Monica. If you move around too much, the poison will spread faster. There's no need to worry. You're better off relaxing. Just wait, I'll make that medicine for you in no time. You'll be fine, just believe in us. Us? Yeah, me, Sophie, Placta, and of course the Eternal Blossom. The plants around here. Monica, how are you feeling? I feel much better now, thank you, Oscar. I'm relieved. We should go home after resting a little. No, we should gather a few more Eternal Blossoms before we do. But you said we shouldn't. The Eternal Blossom said that they wanted to help even more people. It's all thanks to us for helping them earlier, saving them earlier. Let's do a little more walk.
What is it?
You know, you always look really sad whenever you talk about Luard. I wanted to know why. Will you tell me?
I see. I appeared that way. While there are many things I wish to remember yet can't, this is one thing I'd like to forget.
Placta.
It's likely because Luard was once my friend. He was an irreplaceable friend.
Huh? You and Luard were from the same village?
Yes, he might be different now, but he wasn't always like that. You asked me before why I started using alchemy.
Oh yeah, I remember asking that.
Luard and I once studied alchemy together. That was to bring people happiness and prosperity through alchemy.
Wait, that's...
Yes, the same reason as you. I was a little embarrassed at the time you asked. In the past, Luard and I had the same dreams as you.
I didn't know.
However, Luard has forgotten that purpose. Alchemy research was simply a means to reach our goal. But that means became his goal instead.
Hey, Placta, what do you want to do about Luard?
I need to kill him with my own hands, no matter what it takes. Just like I did in the past. Luard can't be left alone while he continues researching ablation.
Really?
What?
Do you really want to kill Luard? Are you really thinking that? I see you remembered my wish. To make everyone happy using alchemy. And of course, that everyone includes you too, Placta. Placta, if you killed Luard, would you really be happy? Is that really what you want?
No, it isn't. He may have changed. But Luard was still my friend. We had the same dreams and researched alchemy together. He was an irreplaceable friend. Of course I wouldn't want to kill him, but there's no other way. If I leave Luard as he is, then...
Hey, Placta, we should try to persuade Luard together.
Persuade him?
Yeah, we need to make him understand that ablation alchemy is dangerous. He had the same dreams as you before, right? We need to search for a way for everyone to be happy together.
It seems you're even more serious and straightforward about your dream than me. Thank you. I'll try a little harder to see my dream through as well. Let's persuade Luard. Together. To be honest, there's little hope of success.
Yeah, that's right. Let's do this. Together!
What is it?
Why did you and Luard start wanting to use alchemy to make people happy? I was thinking that if we know that, it might be easier to persuade him.
A reason?
I don't mind. Will you tell me?
I believe it was when we were still around your age, Sophie. One year, the village we were living in experienced a drought, and our crops grew poorly. Luard and I wanted to do something about it. So we gathered books from around the village and learned about alchemy. We studied alchemy, thought of new recipes, and created an item. And we managed to solve the village's problem. I still recall how grateful the people of the village were to us. Thinking back now, I believe that was the reason why Luard and I started pursuing the same dream.
I see. So something like that happened. Hey, I was just thinking, but maybe we can make the item you created way back then.
The item?
It was the item that started your dream. Right? Maybe if he saw that, Luard would remember what his real dream was too.
I understand. It should be worth trying. I'll give you the recipe.
Thank you, Plakta. Item you two made in the past. How did it turn out?
This is... this brings back memories.
I could tell just by looking that you and Luard worked really hard to make this recipe.
That's right. We desperately read through many books, gathered materials, and finally managed to create it. It was just an item created by amateur alchemists, though. Still, when we managed to solve the village's problem with this item, at the same time, we found a new dream. There's no mistake that this item was where it all started.
I'm sure Luard will remember the dream you two shared if he sees that item. And when that happens, he'll understand. He'll stop using ablation alchemy.
Perhaps you're right. But we'll need to go face him to do so at the Library of All Creation, where Luard went.
Plakta? Wait, did you remember?
Yes, I remember everything. I believe Luard went to the Library of All Creation. It's the place Luard and I used as our atelier in the past. It's also the place where I fought Luard.
Plakta, you know how you couldn't remember that until the end? Maybe it was because it was too sad.
What do you mean?
It's the place where you had to fight your longtime friend, right? I thought I was bringing back all your memories to help you and make you happy, but it seems like I've just made you remember how sad the past was.
You're doubting yourself after all this time? You made a promise to me. You said that you would help me regain all of my memories. It's true that some of those memories are sad, but I was able to remember some things that are even more important. I'm very grateful that you've helped bring back all of my memories, Sophie.
Plakta.
I was just a book, yet you gave me a body and brought back my memories. You want to bring happiness to not just me, but to Luard as well. I don't think there's any way that I could show you enough gratitude. I'm sure that one day, you'll be able to fulfill the dreams that we couldn't reach. I know you'll be able to bring happiness to many people using alchemy. That's yet another reason why I want to protect your future. Will you come with me?
Yeah, of course. Let's go, Plakta. We'll persuade Luard.